Hi everyone, Dog Logic here, and today we are going to be teaching you the what, the why and the how for muzzle training. Now first of all, muzzles have this massive stigma around them and they really shouldn't. Muzzles are awesome. They do not mean that the dog is bad, they do not mean that the dog bites, they do not mean anything. The only thing that you can tell when you see a dog in a muzzle is that that dog's owner cares about keeping them safe. That is the only thing you know. So, what is a muzzle? This is a muzzle. It is something that goes over your dog's nose and mouth, i.e. their muzzle, to cover it in some way. Now there are different types of muzzles, and some of them are tragically bad and some are awesome and some are middle of the road. Now what you want to be looking for in a muzzle is this sort of basket shape. Now this is a middle of the road muzzle because it's cheap. I like to have cheap and cheerful, because my dogs don't need to wear them long time and their faces fit them quite well. If you've got a dog with quite a tricky face shape, you might need to invest in a custom made one rather than being able to get away with the sort of generic sizes. So there are some fantastic companies that do make wonderful custom ones that fit your dog perfectly. You can get them in colours with sparkles, all the rest of it. But yeah, we've got options. But the most important thing to look for is that the dog can open their mouth and pant inside them. I want the dog to be able to breathe, and I want the dog to be able to drink through them. So as long as they've got enough space, particularly in this country because it is so hot here in the UAE, very important to me that my dogs can breathe and drink. You often see those muzzles sort of wrap the mouth closed, throw them in the bin. They're no good. I've seen a lot of people try and use them to stop dogs barking. It doesn't work. And it also doesn't stop them biting. They can give you a really nasty nip with the front of their teeth. So it's worth it to get the right sort of muzzle. Can you get your bum out the video, please? Thank you. Are you going to put your face in it? We like your face. So do also research as well if the muzzle that you've chosen is actually bite proof. A lot of them are not, and that is important. So that's the what. Now the why. Why would a dog need to wear a muzzle? Now, first of all, I think it's a fantastic skill. I think all skills are fantastic skills, and we should have the skills and not need them, rather than need them and not have them. But the most common reason that everyone thinks of, why should my dog wear a muzzle? Because it bites. And that, of course, is a super common reason to put a muzzle on your dog. It's a safety feature to make sure that they cannot inflict the same level of damage wearing a muzzle than when they're not wearing one. Now do be aware that dogs can still hurt you when they have a muzzle on. They can do what's called a muzzle punch and just smack you with it, which can be painful as well. So you're not completely in the clear. Gesundheit. Vanilla's sneezing over there. But be aware that it's not a full safety feature, but it does help massively. Another reason, which I would actually argue is more common, but just not as well understood, is for scavenging. So this is actually why Vanilla wore her muzzle, was because you quite enjoyed cat poop, didn't you? Yeah, cat poop's delicious. Cat poop is not delicious. I don't want you to eat cat poop. But we muzzle trained Vanilla so that she was able to still get all of her sniffing done, but she wasn't able to get to that poop. She wasn't able to eat chicken bones or fish or whatever people had left lying on the floor. And by her wearing the muzzle consistently for about 2 or so years, one day I got lazy and I forgot to put it on. And I watched her sniff a poo and go, "Mum, that's a dead nice poo, that. Oh, that's great." And then walked away. I'm going, "Oh, I can't believe she didn't eat that." Because we'd broken the cycle of her finding something, sniffing it, eating it. Find it, sniff it, eat it. We'd gone into find it, sniff it, find it, sniff it. And that was enough for her. Get your bum out the video. My goodness. For heaven's sake, Vanilla. I think you're wonderful, but I'm not sure everybody else wants to look at your bottom. Okay? So, that's what they're useful for. They're absolutely fantastic, because I didn't want to take away how much Vanilla loves to sniff by having to be searching in the bush, make sure she's not digging something up. I wanted to let her do it, but know that she was safe at the same time. So there are 2 of your very good whys. There's going to be other reasons as well, but those are 2 good reasons. And now we're going to go on to the how. Excuse me. So I'm going to call my demo dog. Fingers crossed she comes. Aya.
A few moments later.
I have now got my demo dog. We've got Aya. This is Aya's muzzle. This is her size. So where we start is we want our dogs to be interested in them. Yes. So initially, just interacting, just sniffing, just moving towards it. Yes. That's what we mark. That is what we want our dogs to do. We want them to think, oh, what's that? That's pretty cool, rather than any sort of fear towards it. Once we've got that, then we can, yes, start capturing our dogs, putting their face inside. Can you do it? Now, obviously, I hold it open just so it's, yes, easier, so it's not scratching on her face, because in the beginning, when you're training something new, always make it as easy as possible for the dog and work up in difficulty. So, yes. So all I'm capturing is her putting her nose inside. Now, a lot of people might be tempted to hold treats inside or smear peanut butter on the inside. I've seen that a lot. Number one, it's a little bit awkward. And number two, that can be quite coercive to the dog. So they might think, oh, I really want that peanut butter. I don't want to put my face inside it. So it can be quite conflicting for the dog. So if you can, I much prefer having your muzzle, yes, and then rewarding the dog on the outside. So that's better if you can do that. Now, once we've got this, we want to add duration. So obviously we've got our superstar here. Yes. And just increase the amount of time that she's holding her face in there for. And once we've got that, we're going to do the next step. So the click can be quite scary for some dogs as well. Now you can obviously hold it a little bit and sort of snuffle that noise. But we do want to practice our dog hearing that noise and not being scared of it. Vanilla, again, darling, you're in the video. Move your bum. There you go. So once we've got that, she's not worried about the click. I always recommend practicing the click behind their ears without the muzzle on, so that they've got the two different parts. So you're just so desperate to do it. So do that as well. So have a practice of, loosen your straps a bit, but then clicking it behind their ears as well, so they're used to that. And you will get to a point where you have a dog that sees their muzzle and is so excited, they just want to smack their face straight into it. Then, once you've got that, practice holding it. Yes. I didn't close it there. I didn't click it shut. I just held it. So make sure that the dog's super calm with that before you try and do the clicking on, because the last thing you want to do is click it on and then the dog panics and then you can't get it off, because then you've had a really horrible experience and the dog will remember that and they won't want to do it in future. So we want to make this as fun as possible all the time. You're so smart. Then, as I just showed you, increase duration on that behavior as well. You're listening. My neighbours are moving house today, so it's quite noisy outside. Now, she's wearing the muzzle, but she's not going anywhere. Adding movement is the piece that a lot of people forget, and it's the trickiest part for the dog. Aya, sit. Yes. And as well, remember, you can feed the treats through the side once they're wearing their muzzle. It is just a bit awkward. But adding movement, so adding little skills and behaviours, that's one thing you can do. But also do practices walking around the house with the dog following you and get them used to that part as well. Once they can do all of this, you are good to go. Muzzle up on your walks and have yourself an adventure. Oh, you're so smart. Mwah. There you go. And start your walks short with them. If you see the dog at any point trying to scratch it off their face, you're getting distressed, you've gone too far too quick. Take a step backwards, make it easier again, and work it back up. The longer you spend doing this, the more of a relaxed and positive and happy dog we are going to have when it comes to actually needing to wear one. Hey? Because you never know. Right now, Aya doesn't bite, she doesn't scavenge. I have no reason for her to need to wear a muzzle, but I never know. So I would rather be prepared than not be prepared. There you go. So give that a bash. Let me know if you need any more help, and good luck. Clever dog. Yeah.